Hello, friends. If a letter just arrived saying your Social Security card or payment is changing, please do not throw it away, and please do not act on it yet. Because right now, there are two very different envelopes landing in seniors' mailboxes, and one of them is real, while the other one was sent by someone trying to rob you. By the end of this, you will know exactly how to tell the real notice from the fake one. And I promise you, almost nobody is explaining this part clearly. This is not the same headline you have already heard a dozen times this year. This is the part that comes after the headline, the part that actually protects your money. And I want to be honest with you about something, because it is the whole reason I sat down to make this video for you today instead of letting it slide. Most channels will tell you only the scary announcement, that paper checks are ending, and that your Direct Express card is moving to a brand new bank this year. That part is true, but they stop right there, at the frightening part, and they leave you sitting alone with the worry and none of the steps that keep you safe. What I am giving you today is the other half, the real rules, the actual phone numbers, the waiver that hardly anyone mentions, and the exact scam to watch out for. So stay with me to the end, because the single most important thing in this video, a waiver that protects certain seniors, comes near the very end, and you will want it. Before we go further, do me one quick favor. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on the bell. And let me tell you plainly why that actually matters for you. The rules around your benefits change every single year, and nobody from the government ever calls you personally to sit you down and explain what is new for you. What I do here is track these changes, the new deadlines, the new scams, and the new protections, and hand them to you in plain language before they ever become a problem. The folks who are subscribed find out in time and stay calm, while the ones who are not subscribed tend to find out the hard way after the money is already gone. So go ahead, hit subscribe, turn on that bell, and let us walk through exactly what is happening with your Social Security payments and your card, one step at a time. Now, let me start with the change that set all of this in motion, because once you understand this one thing, everything else today is going to make perfect sense. The government is doing away with paper checks completely, which means Social Security is now paid into an account or onto a card, instead of mailed to your front door. And here is the first thing that should put your mind at ease, because for most of you watching, this honestly changes nothing about your daily life at all. If your money already shows up in your bank account every month by direct deposit, you are already done, you are safe, and this whole wave of change simply does not touch you. But here is who needs to lean in right now, because about 500,000 people in this country still get a paper check in the mail, and that may be you. Think about that for a second. 500,000 envelopes, each one with a person's monthly income inside, sitting in unlocked mailboxes where anyone walking by could reach in. That is exactly why the government is making this move. Because a paper check is far easier to steal, forge, or simply lose than money sent straight into an account. So if you still get a check, you really have two clean choices, and I want you to hear both of them clearly before you decide which one fits your life best. The first choice is direct deposit into a bank or credit union, which is the easiest path if you already have an account you know and trust and use regularly. The second choice is the Direct Express card, a prepaid debit card made for people who do not have a bank account or who would simply rather not deal with one. And that Direct Express card is exactly where the second big change is happening, the one that is causing those confusing letters to show up in mailboxes right now. For years, that card was run by one bank, and now the whole program is being handed over to a different one, a bank you may know called Fifth Third Bank. This affects somewhere around 3.5 to nearly 3.6 million people who count on that single card to receive their Social Security or their disability each month. New cards through Fifth Third started going out in May of this year, and people who already have the old card are being moved over to the new one a little at a time. Now, here is the part I really need you to hear, because this is where good people get hurt, and it is the part most other videos never bother to warn you about. The minute millions of seniors are told to expect a new card from a new bank, the criminals hear that announcement too, and they move in fast to take advantage of it. Let me tell you how this actually plays out, because a story makes it stick better than a warning ever will. And this is the kind of thing happening every single week now. Picture a woman, let us call her Margaret, who gets a text saying her new Direct Express card is ready and she just needs to confirm her card number to activate it. It looks official. It mentions the real bank change she actually heard about on the news, so she believes it. She taps the link and she types in her information. Within the hour, her entire monthly benefit is gone, and the hardest part is this. She did nothing foolish. She simply got a fake message during a real and confusing change. That is what makes this so dangerous. The real change gives the fake message its cover. So a scam that would normally look suspicious suddenly feels completely believable to a worried person. So let me hand you the simple test, the rules that separate a genuine Direct Express notice from a criminal who is just fishing around for your personal information. The real program will never call you out of nowhere and demand your full card number, your PIN, or your social security number just to keep your benefits turned on. Nobody legitimate will ever ask you to read your card number out loud over the phone. So the moment someone does, you already have your answer. That is a scam, plain and simple. When you do need the card, the genuine Direct Express helpline is 1-888-741-1115, and that is the number worth trusting. And here is a habit that will protect you for the rest of your life. Never call the number printed inside a suspicious message. Always look up the official number and call that instead. A real agency is patient and will happily let you hang up and call back. But a scammer manufactures panic and pressure, insisting you must act this very second or lose everything. That one difference, calm patience versus rushed pressure, is one of the most reliable ways in the world to catch a scam before it ever costs you a single dollar. Now here is the piece I promised you at the very beginning, the one almost no other video bothers to mention, and for some of you, it is going to be a real relief. Some people genuinely cannot use electronic payments, and the government actually allows an exception, a waiver, for those who truly have no reasonable way to receive their money that way. If you live somewhere remote with no real access to a bank, or you face certain barriers such as a mental impairment, you may still qualify to keep getting a paper check. To ask for that exception, you file a waiver with the U.S. Treasury, and the number for that is 1-877-874-6847. So write it down. I really want that to land because so many people quietly panic, certain they are about to lose their income, when in truth there is a legal path built just for them. Most of you will not need that waiver and should simply pick direct deposit or the card. But for the few who truly need it, I want you to know it exists. And if you ever have a question about your actual benefit itself, the main Social Security number is 1-800-772-1213, and that 1 is always worth keeping. Write all of these numbers down somewhere safe today, because having the real number in your own handwriting is the single best defense there is against a fake number in a scam. Let me say one calm thing here, because the headlines make all of this sound terrifying when the truth for most of you is genuinely simple and completely manageable. If your benefit already arrives by direct deposit, you do not have to lift a finger, and you can enjoy the rest of your day knowing none of this applies to you. If you get a paper check, you just choose direct deposit or the Direct Express card before the deadline. And honestly, that is the entire task. That is all there is to it. And if you already carry a Direct Express card, just watch your mail for the real transition notice and verify anything you receive using those official numbers I just gave you. Here is what truly worries me though. The people most likely to get hurt are the ones who do nothing, simply because they were confused and never heard it explained this plainly. That is the whole reason I made this for you, so you are never the person standing in line panicking, but the one who already knew exactly what was going on the entire time. So let me bring it together simply. Paper checks are ending, so direct deposit or the Direct Express card is how your money will reach you safely from here on out. The card is moving to Fifth Third Bank, affecting around 3.6 million people, and scammers are riding that change to send fake activation texts, calls, and letters. The real program never asks for your full card number, your PIN, or your social security number. And remember, pressure to act instantly is the loudest sign of a scam there is. A Treasury waiver exists for people who truly cannot go electronic. And those real phone numbers I gave you are your strongest shield against any fake number that comes your way. If this cleared up something the headlines never bothered to explain, please share it with a parent, a neighbor, or any friend of yours who receives Social Security each month. One short conversation from you could be the very thing that stops someone you love from handing their card to a stranger. So subscribe, share this, and I will see you next time.